If you love fresh flowers but can never seem to keep them alive for more than a few days, let me show you what I do. Hi beautiful, my name is Akibia and welcome to the AMG Lifestyle. I'm 32 years old and I'm a mom to the most handsome, most personality-filled 1-year-old you'll ever meet. His name is Simon and I'm also a content creator based in Atlanta, Georgia. This channel is just really a reflection of my real life, growing, glowing, and figuring things out in real time. And today, I'm going to be showing you how I keep my roses fresh. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. So here are my roses. I picked these roses up from Walmart, which I don't normally do, but this year their Valentine's selection was absolutely beautiful and I honestly could not resist grabbing them. You're going to need some scissors and I'm just going to grab some gloves because I refuse to let these thorns attack me today. These were the only gloves I had, but I would definitely recommend using a stronger glove that can't be punctured as easily because thinner gloves will rip, or you can just be really careful like I usually am. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the flowers and pour out the old water. Always start with fresh water. Now I'm going to show you about how much I cut off the stem. This is usually the amount I take off. It's recommended that you cut your stems at an angle. Personally, I haven't noticed a huge difference. My flowers have lasted both ways. I did cut some of mine straight across just because it's been a few weeks since I've had flowers and I've honestly gotten out of the habit, but technically you should cut them at an angle. So definitely do that. Definitely helps them sit evenly in the vase. So I line up one stem and use it as a guide for the rest. They don't have to be absolutely perfect, just close enough so they look uniform and full together. Once I'm done cutting them, I put the rubber band back on. The rubber band just keeps them structured and together, but cutting them all the same length, which I personally love. It keeps everything looking neat and full. Here I'm just going to measure the second batch against the first batch to make sure they both pretty much come out the same length. And they don't have to be too perfect here. They just need to be as close as I can get them to look as they did in the beginning of the video. Here I'm just going to speed through and cut my stems the way I did with the first batch. Next I'm going to rinse out my vase and just replace it with fresh water. Do a little quick dancey dance and then I'll add the flower food powder. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit in the water goes a long way. This flower food usually comes with your flowers. Now I'm going to place my roses back into the vase and adjust them the way I like them. I usually replace my water at least every 2 days and honestly that's what keeps them alive the longest. And that's how I keep my roses fresh. I absolutely love flowers. They're so beautiful to me and they just make my space feel so soft and inviting. Here's a quick look at how they look after the stems have been cut and placed back in the vase. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload.